Hi YouTube, on today's video we are going to be replacing the standard OEM exhaust with a new one by Delkevic. What I recommend doing before you start on any of this is get yourself some WD-40 and make sure you give all the bolts that you're going to be touching a good squirt. I did that about 2 hours ago, went away and did something else, so they should be ready for me to unscrew. So as I said, I've given these bolts a good spray with WD-40, so they're coming out. I had to give it a bit of a tap, but it's coming out pretty well. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to take this one off as well. Okay, that's the canyon bar off, so I can now unscrew this one here. Okay, I need to undo this bolt now, and this is a 6mm hex wrench, and on the back is a 14mm bolt up there, so that's a 14mm on the back of the bolt, and I've already loosened off this one here, and then the last one of course is this bolt under here. And then this massive exhaust is going to come off. And it's off. God, that thing weighs a ton. So there it is. The original factory exhaust. This thing must weigh about 20 pounds. Okay, we're back at the bike, and in the last clip you saw me take off the original factory exhaust. What we're going to do now is put the new Delkevic exhaust on. This pipe obviously goes on to the downpipe from the manifold, and then you have the muffler or silencer which goes on the other end. I wasn't quite sure why it had this rubber stop on it, but I now understand. So yeah, so basically what you want to do is slide this part onto the downpipe from the manifold, and this rubber stop actually sits and rests on this here. So here we have the downpipe manifold. I'm going to put some exhaust compound on that and then slide the pipe on. They do provide you with some compound, which is great. So just going to get some of this on. Now I'm going to slide the pipe on. Obviously you don't want to tighten it up yet. So you can now see, now that the pipe is on, you can see here, this was the rubber stop, and this now, you can see here on the center stand, if I just pull that off, you can see that's where it sits, and the center stand comes up and sits on that. It's really not obvious until you start fiddling about with it. Okay, we've given that a good coating. It's now time to slip this on. Now this is a tight fit. Okay, push that all the way down to the end. So again, you don't want to tighten this up at this stage. What we want to do next is get the bracket. Now I'm guessing this bracket that they send is one they use for many different bikes, because on this one, the Concours, when you've got the side bags on, they come down here. If you put this bracket on as it stands, just as it is, it raises the exhaust up too high, and it actually you can't get the side bag on. They send you this, which is about, what's that, it's about 2 1/4 inch long. It's an extension piece. So I've got the bracket on now for the extension, and now going to feed that through there, which is one of the original factory hanging brackets. And put the lock nut back on the other side. So I'm only going to finger tighten that, because I want to make sure that I've got the correct amount of clearance with the bag. Okay, you can see here that with this extension bracket on, you can see there's a good 2 inches of clearance between the bag and the exhaust now. So that's perfect. Okay, we're nearly finished. It's just a matter now of tightening up all the screws and the bolts. One last check to make sure I've got the pipe aligned where I want it. Okay, it does tell you to start tightening the bolts from the front of the bike. Okay, that's the front one tightened, and we're now going to tighten up the one here on the silencer. And finally the bolts on the hanging bracket. Okay, that's it. We are as tight as a gnat's chuff. I think it looks really good compared to the original factory exhaust. I think the other one was about £20 and I think this one's about £5. So you can get an idea of what it looks like there. So yeah, there we go. This was a real easy install. If you're a bit nervous about doing anything on your bike like this, don't be. This was really simple, and I've just shown you step by step how to do it. It really was a simple install. Okay, I'm not going to be able to start the bike up because it's about 10 PM here, so I'll have to do a sound test tomorrow morning. But there we go, the exhaust is on. Check them out, Delkevic. Good price, good exhaust, and I think it looks really, really smart on the bike. So there it is. So I'm just going to put the canyon bars back on, and that's it, we're done. I'm going to give it a sound test tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video educational. Check out my other videos, check out my channel on YouTube, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks, bye bye. Okay everyone, it's time to see what this new exhaust sounds like. So here we go.